Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're actually going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take a magnifying glass to just a tiny, fleeting moment of action. I mean, think about your own morning routine, right? Most of us just blink and completely miss that frantic rush out the door. But by deconstructing literally just 3 seconds of a script, we're going to uncover some pretty profound realities about the modern daily grind. I mean, we have absolutely all been there. And honestly, the sheer amount of story, anxiety, and deep societal truth packed into this incredibly tight window, it's nothing short of incredible. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Shower? Optional. Suit? Mandatory. Man, that hits uncomfortably close to home, doesn't it? In just 6 simple words, we're instantly establishing the whole thematic tone for this analysis. Basically, it's that routine compromise of our own personal well-being just for the sake of professional appearance. It's the ultimate cold open hook. It grabs you because, well, it's just universally relatable. You know the drill. You haven't slept nearly enough, your alarm goes off way too late, and suddenly, boom, you're standing in the dark making these rapid-fire calculations about what actually matters to the outside world. And spoiler alert, your personal hygiene? Yeah, that takes an immediate backseat to the corporate uniform.
Section 1. The Daily Grind, a micro to macro framework. We're about to take a super close look at a really brief window of action here. And this brilliantly illustrates what we're talking about. We're taking this incredibly brief window of action from exactly the 3-second mark to the 6-second mark, and we're treating it almost like rigid scientific data. In just 3 seconds of life, we're seeing layers of information. We've got visual action with a character literally speedrunning getting dressed. We've got on-screen text screaming about a total lack of time, a voiceover prioritizing the suit, and sound design tying it all together. It's an entire universe of chaotic morning energy, perfectly engineered to make our own blood pressure spike before we even leave the house. Seriously, everything is working together all at once just to communicate pure panic.
All right, moving on to Section 2, the anatomy of speed. Let's talk about the actual physical toll of having absolutely zero time in the morning. Because, the spoken text and the on-screen words, that's really only half the story. The rest of the narrative is entirely about physical movement. It's the literal physical toll of waking up and realizing, oh no, I have zero time to spare. Let's break down this chaos into a clinical 3-step procedure. Step 1, tie flying. Notice that language? The tie isn't being carefully knotted, it's literally flying. Step 2, jacket yanked. Not slipped on, yanked. Step 3, hair still a mess. It's a frantic, fast-paced speed run. You're literally trying to beat the clock. It's like treating your morning routine like some racing video game where you've got 5 seconds left on the timer and the alarms are just blaring. There is no elegance here. None. It's pure survival mode. The script uses these highly kinetic, aggressive actions to make absolutely sure we feel the exact same adrenaline rush the character is experiencing. And while your eyes are busy processing all that frantic physical movement, the script actually gives our ears a very specific auditory anchor, the fabric whoosh sound effect. Now, that whoosh isn't just some random noise. It completely punctuates the sheer feeling of morning panic. Just think about it for a second. It's the sound of speed, right? It's a sound of being desperately late. It's a sound of an action happening way, way too fast for comfort. It totally seals the deal on that chaotic atmosphere, and it does it without needing a single word of dialogue to explain it to you. So the crucial point is really captured perfectly in these 2 short phrases. No time, never time. Actually, just say that out loud with me right now. No time, never time. It acts as this rhythmic motif, almost like a frantic heartbeat of anxiety that just underlies the entire 3 seconds of the scene. It constantly emphasizes the commuter's perpetual battle against the clock. And it's not just that they're running a little bit late today. It represents this chronic condition of modern life. There is literally never enough time. The character is trapped in this relentless, exhausting loop. And, well, frankly, so are a lot of us. Which brings us to Section 3. The hierarchy of needs. We're going to shift gears from that frantic physical energy and look at the cold, immovable rules of the workplace. Because behind all that chaotic movement we just talked about, there's a very strict set of priorities governing everything. And it tells us a lot about modern society. We talked about the physical speed, but here is the psychological reality underpinning it all. On one side, the shower is optional. On the other side, the suit is mandatory. Just sit with that for a second. Professional expectations completely and utterly triumph over personal hygiene and well-being.
A shower, the fundamental act of cleaning and caring for yourself to start the day, is deemed entirely disposable when the clock is ticking. But the suit, that armor, that uniform, that outward signal of compliance and professional productivity, that is strictly non-negotiable. It's a fascinating and, let's be honest, slightly terrifying look at how the daily grind forces us to abandon our own basic needs just to appease the expectations of the system.
Which leads us directly to the ultimate question we have to ask ourselves as we wrap up this explainer. If the suit is mandatory, but the shower is optional, what are we really prioritizing in our daily grind? You see, this is no longer just about a fascinating 3-second script breakdown. This is about you. It's about your morning commute. It's about what we actually value as a society. So the next time you're speed running your own morning routine, yanking on a jacket while your hair is still a mess, take a brief moment. Ask yourself what you're sacrificing just for the sake of the schedule. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive today. Keep questioning your routines, keep seeking to understand the why behind the everyday chaos, and I'll see you in the next explainer.